Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing 3 cards with you with 3 techniques using the Nothing to Wear stamp set from Visible Image. You're going to need a black card base for the first one, some white stamping card measuring 9.5 by 13.9, and I'm using Steel Diamonds paper from the Craft Perfect range from Tonic Studios measuring 10 by 14.4 centimetres. Black soot, distress oxide, and a distress sprayer. And I'm using my media mat from Tonic Studios as well. So just going to need the white card at the moment. This is white card from Pink Frog. And I'm going to just squish a little bit of the ink onto what I call the messy side of the craft mat. And just give it a little spritz. I'm just going to place your white card into that ink, let it do its magic. It's going to look different every time, which is awesome. Give it a little dab with some kitchen towel. You can take ink out where you want it. Obviously this lightens it as well. And then you can dry it, you can spray it, you can continue to blot it until you're totally happy with it. Just don't overthink it. If you find you have some areas that you prefer some more ink, then you can obviously just add some more in. The Distress Oxide will just allow you to layer that. You can layer different colours even as well. I kind of like this grey look on mine. I'm just heating the back because the card will bend as you heat it. So I'm just bending it slightly back into place by heating the back of it. Give your area a little dry up. Now we can do some stamping. I'm using the same ink as I used for the background to stamp the image. Your stamping platform is good for this because you can go back over it and bits that you've missed. And then the t-shirt itself has a cutout area where you can place your stamp. I don't know why I did it separately. You can put your main t-shirt image and the decoration you want to put on the front of the t-shirt all in one go. For some reason I did it separately. But doing it separately does make sure that you've got your t-shirt exactly stamped where you want it. Then just to add your decoration. But yeah, you can do that in one go. So layer up your card and then you're pretty much done. How simple was that? My 15-year-old came home and said, "Oh, that's a cool card." So, you know, he liked it. He doesn't very often take that much notice of my cards, admittedly. So on this occasion, he really liked it. Teenager thinks it's cool. Hey, we're good to go. And it's easy to make. So that's the first one, all done. Let's go on to another card and another technique. For this one, you're going to need a white card base, a black layer, and a red foil layer, the same dimensions as the previous card. Some scissors, a clear embossing ink pad, a clear embossing powder, an anti-static pillow, and Izink inks. Now these are pigment inks. They come in a set. They don't have specific colours on, but this I'll link the set that they came from. And some white copier paper just to use while you're embossing, and that will catch all the excess powder to put it back into the pot. So we're going to start by creating a background with the lips, and the first thing you want to do is just take the anti-static pillow over your black card. This will make it look chalky, but that will be fixed later once we've done the embossing. And just make sure you have some sort of foam surface to stamp onto, because we're using a photopolymer stamp. And we're going to stamp the lips randomly all over that piece of black card. Try to stamp some off the page. This kind of gives you the illusion that it's been cut from one large piece. And because it is ink specifically designed for heat embossing, there's no need to panic or emboss each one individually. You've got time to stamp them all and add the heat embossing after powder. It's a lovely sharp image. Now comes the powder, so just switch that over to your copier paper. And never be sparing, because everything that you're not using and the image only retains what it needs goes back in the pot. Try not to flick it or blow it or anything like that. If you've got any little bits of embossing powder where you don't want it, just use a small brush to take those away. We want that image to be absolutely saturated by the powder to give you the best possible outcome. Add it back into the pot. We'll be needing that again in a mo. I'm quite messy, but don't tell anyone. Now we're going to heat emboss that, and I will show this in real time because if you haven't seen it before, heat embossing is super cool. If you've seen it before, it's still really nice to sit and watch something be transformed. So with your heat tool, always make sure it's warm already. Don't switch it on and put it straight onto it. Make sure it's warm already and then take it to your image. Love how it comes to life. If you're using the glass mat like me, don't keep it on the glass mat. That won't help at all. If you need, if you find it's too hot, then you can use a peg or something like that to hold it. My fingers were getting quite warm doing this, and I should have got my peg. Beautiful and glossy. Love that. You're going to be tempted to get rid of the white chalky look, but don't do it yet because your embossing powder isn't 100% dry and you don't want to dent it or make it dull. So now you're going to just stamp the t-shirt and the lips as we did before, but I'm going to use those two inks. So the t-shirt will be in the black and the lips will be in the red. And we're going to heat emboss it once it's stamped. I'm going over it a few times because I really like it to be a strong image. Again, let's get heat embossing. And cut it out. Time to layer it up. So red mirror card first. Then your gorgeous embossed layer. And foam pads once again to raise up the t-shirt. You could definitely use this for Valentine's Day. We're currently on the 4th of February as I'm recording this, so you've got 10 days to get your Valentine's cards made. Disclaimer, I have not made mine yet. I think my husband of many years knows that he's my Valentine, but still, it's nice to be romantic. There we are, lovely glossy card. 2 looks, 1 stamp set. Let's do the third. So for this one, you're going to need the Craft Consortium Grunge paper pad in light tones, tumbled glass distress oxide and a blending tool. Paper measuring 10 by 14 4, which is from this same pad, and this also is from the same pad. Your white piece measures 9 by 13 4, and I'm just going to add that tumbled glass ink to the edge of the card, a little bit further in as well. And the stamping is actually going to be directly onto that cool paper. So decide where you want your image to be. So I wanted my t-shirt to be in that part of it. Add your sentiment into the little cutout bit, and I'm using Be Kind for this one. and I'm using, which black ink pad am I using? I'll link it below. Shall we do that? Again, let's cut it out. I don't believe it comes with a die, but it's easy to cut out. So at this stage, I decided that I didn't like just the tumbled glass on that inked piece of paper that I did. So back to the drawing board, I'm going to add some twisted citron to that. That's better. And just layer those up. Foam pads again. And I'm just going to finish that off with some little gems. Chose like a pinky colour. I mean, you could go with anything really. There's lots of colours in this project. So there you go, 1 stamp set, 3 techniques, all super easy to do, great unisex cards, and great for lots of occasions. So do check out that Nothing to Wear stamp set. And I really appreciate you stopping by and watching this today. And take care of yourselves. I'll see you really soon. Bye-bye.